Hello, this is Steve, Indiana Glass Man on eBay, Dichroic Glass Man here on YouTube. I want to talk a little bit about these cabochons that I make. I do a lot of dichroic cabochons, different shapes as you can see. Squares, these are with bales up here on the top. From squares to teardrops, diamond, rounds, I call these donuts. Rounds with a drill hole in them, hearts, abstract heart, square, teardrop. I don't know what you call that shape. But there's a purpose for showing you all these cabochons. And I'm going to have to use this video for several reasons. And we'll cover it. Because I only got 10 minutes to explain. Be surprised at how fast 10 minutes flies. There's a reason I'm showing you these cabs. These again, here's are wire wrapped. There's some hearts. Contemporary hearts. Abstract hearts. And these are some of my favorites right here. When you get to hold them in your hand and see the effects, it's awesome. This one's a clear red, and you hold it in your hand and you can see the dimension. Same with this one, obviously it's red, and this one has a red cast to it too, because the bottom of it is a what they call a striker, bullseye striker. And I love this piece here. Anyway, this row right here is some of my favorites, but the reason I'm showing you these varying shapes is for the reason that I'm going to start selling the idea that I'm going to do my lesson plan now. I've been selling a lot of my materials, and if you go to Indiana Glass Man on eBay, you can take advantage of the materials I'm going to sell in this video, or you can email me direct. I'd prefer to go direct so I don't have to pay those slaughtering eBay fees. Here's the deal. All my cabochons, all of them, on this board, started out as 1-inch squares. And here's what I'm doing. Creating some piles here for this reason. This is standard thickness, which is about 1/8 of an inch. And in this box, I have a bigger box, there's probably 50 different colors. And in this box of thin rolls, these are thins. This is thin rolled, about 1/16 of an inch thick, compared to the standard, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And then you have fractures and streamers. This one's streamers with frit, little pieces of frit in there. These little polka dots, that's frit, that's bullseye. So they'll take their bullseye streamers at the bullseye factory, and they'll sprinkle it on the glass, and then they'll make total sheets out of that. I don't know if I got a sheet. I might throw it in the next video. Here it is with black streamers and frit. And here's confetti. Here's confetti. And let's see, some of them have streamers in them, depending on what. They're little shards of flat glass. You want to be very careful doing this, because a lot of times they stick up and they will cut you. And they put little thin shards of glass on top of clear background. And in this box, here's black, here's streamers and confetti. And there's a reason I'm showing you this, because that's how this piece was done. I use a bottom base, bottom color, and then I use any type of these kind for the top piece of glass. It's what was in this cab. As you can see, the black streamers. If you look at my cabochons closely, this one right here, you could see the orange streamers and fret. And I have a pixie bob that wants attention in the video. You'll have that. Here's another one of my cabochons with, you can see the streamers running through the top. Well, instead of using a clear top glass, I hardly ever do. I like character, so I'm always using these. And I have these in various colors. I'm going to sell these lots as part, and if you are interested in my fusing plan, you could see some of my cabochons up close if you go to dichroicglassman.com. If you want to buy those cabs off of there, you can. I'll sell them cheaper to get them sold. I've got lots. These cabs are for sale, or a lot of them, and many more. So I'm really doing this video for many reasons. I want to start selling cabochons. I'm looking for people that are interested in buying quantity from me, high quality cabochons. And I wholesale for $8 to $12, and these are high caliber. Let me tell you, I've had many people tell me that they get a lot of money out of my cabochons. I'm interested in a little bit in wire wrapping, but I'm not interested in this style. This is too, oh well. I do like this lady's style. Her name is Deanna, but she's got carpal tunnel. Yeah, I do love her style. She's got some really good stuff going on, and I wear this one. It looks very Egyptian-esque. The deep blue lapis looking with gold. And I would wear this, although it's getting a little bit too frilly here on the top. But anyway, there's another reason I'm going to be using these same cabochons, and it'll be in the next video. But this video I want to talk about that these cabochons, as I start turning them over, you can see are varying colors, just like these. So not all of my cabochons are black glass like everybody else uses. I use all the colors of bullseye for the most part. And you can see, got to scoot the cat out of the way, you can see that I'm using various colors. There is a common denominator for my cabs, and that is that I use 1-inch squares for all of them. Now you can readily see that some of these shapes are a little bit bigger or smaller than others. That's because after I fire them, and all these were one-step fusing, after I fire them, I grind them to the shape that I want. I cut it out in a hard if I want. I grind it to this shape if I want. And depending on how much dichroic I use in my cab, will make a bigger diameter cabochon in the outcome. But they all started out as 1-inch squares. Every single cab in on this tray started out as a 1-inch square. I have a fusing plan that I plan on selling, and this is just a little tester to show some of the aspects of why you might want to buy into my fusing plan. Probably we'll do it in 10-minute segments or thereabouts and retail it by each segment. And we'll talk further about that if you're interested. But for right now, I'm going to start selling these little squares already cut up. And I may go ahead and create the first fusing plan using these squares. But if not, just right now, these are going to be for sale, and they're coefficiency 90. I do have thousands of squares, various shapes cut up with 96, and I'll do another video on that. So for right now, just want to advocate that all these cabochons, again, started out as a 1-inch square, and then I added the dichro. But if you're interested in contacting me about buying some of these squares, get a hold of me through the YouTube email, through eBay. I'm liquidating all the rest of my dichroic glass. I've got great deals on there. They've been selling out left and right, so you're welcome to inquire. Thank you for watching as always, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.